Hey guys, Grant here with Overage Acquisition. I want you to stop and think about what you're doing if you're struggling in the overage business. Whether you're making calls or you're sending letters or what have you, and you're not getting any response at all, there's usually 3 reasons why. The first and most important is you probably have bad data, meaning you have the wrong phone number or outdated phone number, or the skip tracing service you use isn't, updating their data frequently. A good skip tracing company will update their data every 30 days, okay? At least, at the latest, every 30 days. And that'll give you current information so you can find your customer and reach out to them. Because let's face it, a lot of time in this business is just trying to locate these people. And a lot of them, who knows where they're living? They could be living in their grandmother's basement or their brother's, condo somewhere. You don't know where these people are. So having a good skip tracing company that updates their data frequently is going to be really, really important. I recommend IDI Data and others. They can be a little expensive, but they're worth it. They're definitely worth the money. The second is going to be your messaging. The context of your messaging. Basically, what is the guts of your messaging? How long is it? What words are you using? Are you using very technical words? Are you keeping it simple? You need to have a context and content that actually hits an emotional button on your claimant and gets them to act, because people act on emotion because they feel something. Almost every decision somebody makes, there's been studies on this, is based on an emotion, not logic or reasoning like you think it is. You can tell somebody the most obvious thing, like the sky is blue and, or this or that, and they won't believe it until they feel something or hear something that hits them emotionally. So again, that's why a lot of people get caught up in these investment scams, because at the time they're being pitched this investment, they feel something, they feel the excitement and the serotonin's being released, the adrenaline's being released, and then they make a decision, snap decision, and they sign up for it and they realize it was a bad decision. Almost every decision is made on emotion, and you got to keep that under control. Third and last is your consistency. Basically, how consistent you are. If you call somebody once or twice and leave a voicemail and you say, oh, I tried reaching out to that lead, that's not enough. You need to be consistent in your messaging, and you need to be consistent in your effort. When you call somebody and you get them on the phone, you really have about 5 seconds to say something that is going to grab their attention. 5 seconds, that's all you're getting. And these days, people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And I'm sure you know that. That's because of cell phones and technology and what have you. So you really have 5 seconds to say something that is going to get them to listen. And then from there on, you got to retain their attention throughout your conversation. That can be difficult as well. Now, there's ways you can do this. I'm not going to sit here and tell you buy my training and I'll show you how to do this, even though you can. But there are ways you can do this, and it takes practice. I'm telling you, nobody's going to jump into this business immediately be a pro, because it takes practice and it takes repetition of doing it over and over and over. But once you get that repetition down and you have practiced it enough, it becomes like tying your shoe. It becomes second nature. It becomes not easier, but just a part of the daily routine that you do. It just becomes less friction and becomes easier to get out there, and you feel less nervous. Now, your tonality is going to be very important too, because if you sound nervous or uncertain on the phone, your client or claimant is going to be nervous and uncertain about you. So you need to relax when you're on the phone and just have a conversation. Be respectful, but be adamant, and let them know that you know what you're talking about, and that you know this process, and that you are comfortable with helping them out. Then and only then will they begin to trust you and allow you to help them. And remember, this takes time. Like any business, it takes time. You're building relationships. This is a relationship business. It is not a transactional business. People who are going to allow you to recover money for them need to have a relationship with you. They need to be able to trust you and know you, because otherwise they won't do it. It's just simple as that. So you are in the relationship business. Like any business, the key is relationships, and that's going to be huge. This isn't where you hit a button and you click on a mouse and then money starts pouring in. It doesn't work that way.